Hello, and welcome back to Be the Movie Star in Your Own Story. Today, the topic is stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. This reminds me of one of my favorite movies of all time, Dances with Wolves. Do you remember that character stands with fist? She was adopted by the Indians, and at one point she had to stand up and fight for herself, and that's what they called her, stands with fist. Now, you don't necessarily have to physically fight, and hopefully not, but you do have to stand up for yourself to be a movie star in your own story. You definitely do. So, the first point that I want to talk about is, do you ever feel that everyone else or certain people are better than you? That they're stronger, they're more powerful, they're richer, they're prettier, they're um, more athletic, whatever it is? Do you ever feel that someone's better than you? So basically, comparison is the root of no-nos, the big root of no-no. Do not do that. There is no comparison because we're all unique and special. We're all connected, yet at the same time, we're all so unique, and you are you. So there is no reason to compare yourself to others at all. I used to think that years ago that, oh, they're better than me because if I wasn't as pretty or if it was someone in authority but when you do that and you think that someone else is better than you, then there's a good chance that you may take on what they think is better for you than what you know is better for you, because only you know is what's best for you. So you have to stand up for yourself. And that's why it's so important to know that everyone is the same. We're all human. Everyone has ups and downs, no matter who it is, and no matter what you think. Even if you think, oh, look at how perfect their life is. That's what it looks like on social media or on TV. Nobody has a perfect life. No one does. If you're human on this earth, you have ups and downs. Every single person does. So remember, you are unique and special. There is no one better than you, and you're not better than anyone. You're just uniquely you. So that's a first step in how you're going to be able to stand up for yourself, knowing that. The second point I want to talk about is, have you ever not said something because you don't want someone to get upset or sad? Again, have you just not said anything? You'll say nothing, or you'll say, okay, just so that someone won't get upset or sad because you don't want to have conflict. That is not standing up for yourself. You really do have to say something in order to stand up for what you think. And you don't have to say it in a mean way or anything at all like that. You don't have to get emotional. Just say what your thoughts are. And if someone else is going to get upset, then that's an issue they have to deal with. It's not you, and you have to let it go. I was in a situation recently exactly like this, where I had to stand up for myself, and I did it and I just stated what I needed and what I wanted in a respectful way. But I knew I had to say what I needed. And then the other person did get upset. Well, the old me would have apologized profusely. Oh my God, I made someone upset. What did I do wrong? I must have done something wrong to make someone else upset. But now I realize, I just said what I needed and wanted. I wasn't emotional about it. I wasn't mean about it. So if I can't really control how that other person reacts. So the fact that they got upset, that's on them and they're going to work it out. And now I just need to let it go. And it did take me a little bit to get back to that because, of course, some of these old habits do come back. And I first thought, uh-oh, what did I do? And then I realized, no, I didn't do anything wrong. I was just stating what I needed with honesty and respect. So I just had to let it go. And I also like to send positive thoughts to that other person. And then that's it. So again, the two things about standing up for yourself. Everyone is on the same level. We're all human and we're all unique and special. We all have our own thing. We need to stand up for ourselves. And the second point was not saying anything is the same thing as not standing up for yourself. So say what you need and what you want in an unemotional way, and that's standing up for yourself. So today, the spirit that wanted to come forward is Michael Jackson. So just give me a minute here. I'm going to connect with him, and let's see what Michael has to say on this topic. Hello. So, standing up for yourself. This is probably one of the most important topics that was my life as Michael Jackson. Because for most of my life, I did not stand up for myself. And I realized that had I stood up for myself and learned that quicker, how important that would be for me. Sorry, I'm just feeling a little nervous. Just so you know that up in spirit world, I mean, it's so amazing, and there's positivity, and there's love, and there's no issues at all like it is on earth. But I'm blending now with Kathleen's body, and as a human, I'm feeling those thoughts and feelings again as I did when I was a human. So that's how I'm speaking to you, and that's how I'd like to speak to you, is how I was on this earth. Okay. So I did stand up for myself, I would say a couple times in my life. I did. Because I have very strong ideas, and I also got a lot of strong ideas from spirits and things on what to do, what to sing, how to dance. I know how incredible all of that was. I really do. And I know you know that I had a lot of issues, though, too. I had a lot of issues. And had I stood up for myself and really understood my intuition and had confidence in myself because I stood up for myself, then I would have known things like I would have realized how handsome I was the way I was. I was really handsome, and I don't know why. I do know why. I felt like I had to look a certain way. And because of that, I know I messed things up with how I looked, and it just wasn't necessary at all. It really wasn't necessary. That's one of the things I want you to learn from me. How unnecessary it is, how to love yourself as you are, like how beautiful are you and unique. And had I stood up for myself, there were some certain things that wouldn't have happened, that I could have then been healthier and not gone through some physical issues and then not have to take pain medications and things like that. And I would have been much healthier, even without all the surgeries, with the physical surgeries and things like that. So you just need to know how important it is to stand up for yourself. And like Kathleen said, you're all the same on earth. There's no one that's better than anyone else. No one. Most importantly is to find yourself, know that you're important to yourself, and who else is going to stand up for yourself if you don't? It's really important for you to stand up for yourself. And once you do that and realize how important you are, then your life can blossom in ways that you can't imagine. And I know a lot of you think, oh, well, your life couldn't have been better. You blossomed and blah, blah, blah. But my life could have been so much better. It's not about the fame and not about the money or the songs or this or that. But when you are in your own blossoming, standing up for yourself realm, that is where the magic really is. I just need you to know that. It's really important for you to know that. stand with fist and stand up for yourself. Thank you. So thank you very much, Michael, for coming through today. It's very important messages that you said to everybody, and I really appreciate it, and I know everybody does as well. So thank you everyone for being here today. Remember to stand up for yourself, because that is part of being the movie star in your own story. I will see you next month. And if you're enjoying watching these videos, please subscribe to my channel. I would love that. I would really love that. So take care and have a great month.